start by getting the usual in place. Stream is, charity link is pinned. Right, stream. Apologies, I'm a bit late. Had some problems getting my computer to play nice with my camera. So, we're going to hit tonight the 24-hour mark for Streaming for Mind. It's a little bit cold in this room this evening, so I'm wearing it like a championship belt. Because I think, I've done quite well, and I should be wearing a championship. Right, so the target for this evening is to hit 24 hours, which means I'm with you for the next 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 47 seconds. Let's do some Hard Space Shipbreaker. I was reminded of this game when I asked ChatGPT to tot up all my stream time so far. It did a piss weak job when it came to the amount of time spent in total, but it was able to work out how much I've done since I started 2 Point Campus. So since I did the first stream a couple of weeks ago, I've got 21 hours. I think 21 hours and must be 21 hours 9 minutes and so some change. Because yeah. All right. Enter name. Can I enter a name? Is it going to let me? I'll tell you what, I'll just type it. Oh yeah, I should probably just get into the application. That's what it is. It doesn't like the fact I'm not highlighting the game, I suspect. Rob. That's the selected revival package. That's standard. Voice ID verification. That'll be fine. Orientation scheme, standard. I can't remember which it is. We're going to go for chicken. No criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. True story. Not a member of or any been associated with a workers' union or other labour interest. That is actually true. Been cleared of home McCulloch's lung. Yep. No real estate in Luna. Problem-solving mindset. There we go. Right. So briefly use the mouse. But otherwise I'm going to be on my pretty green Xbox controller, which I dearly love. Almost as nice as my 25th anniversary Xbox controller, which is just a beautiful piece of kit. Let's just appreciate this music a bit. So if you've never played this before, this is a very chilled out space game. It's not exactly a big intense one. It's very, very relaxed. You basically spend your time doing this. Cutting apart derelict spaceships and junking the parts for treasure. There's an underlying story about workers forming a union to kind of get themselves kind of, what's the word? Better treatment and so on. And yeah, in this particular situation, you can understand why. But yeah, the goal of the game is to sort of just go through the story, junk all the right spaceships, and try not to get yourself taken out too much. It'd be nice if that was the right number of players who's actually played this game. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? But never mind. I forgot there's quite a lot of stuff at the front. Forgot about the bump. There's a fair bit of bump. But, you know, let's go through it nevertheless. Can't hurt to refresh, rather. Good for you, mate. Good for you, mate. Oh, well done, you. Can I skip this? Railgates. Yeah. Albion says something. Hello of some sort. Hello, Albion. Welcome to what I think will be the last mine stream. I am targeting 2 hours, 50 minutes, 47 seconds this evening. So I'm going to be trying to hit the full remainder of my 24-hour remainder in one go. So I'm going to be playing this for the best part of 3 hours. So far, I think I've only hit the duration of this particular stream that we want to hit. I think I've only done that twice. But, you know, it's Thursday. It'll work tomorrow, but it's Friday, isn't it? Not exactly the most taxing of days. Plus, if memory serves, my calendar's quite light for a refreshing change of pace. Right, are we going to actually play the game? Yes. Banging. Good-o. I'll be here with you, buddy. Appreciate that, sir. You've been a stalwart supporter the whole way through. I appreciate it very much. As I said, it could be a very disheartening exercise to sit here and talk to nobody for 24 straight hours, 24 total hours. But you've been a very big part of keeping me sane and keeping me on this. So appreciate that. Why am I so dark? I'm very dark, aren't I? It's this camera. This thing does not like behaving itself. Every time I put the computer on, I have to reset the camera on it, like the webcam drivers. Here we go. Okay. So this is the basic gist of why the game is about unioning. Because you start the game $1.25 billion in debt. Just done my tax return, so I can relate somewhat, but obviously not quite to that degree. But I am fed up of it. Okay, interesting. Oh, it crashed. Just gonna get my bearings on. There you go. Hello. Dan laka po poriglia macarena. Well, Papa Mayela Nigli Glossavilla. Dan laka po poriglia macarena. Hey, Macarena. Forgot how they worked. I thought that was what my. Adjusted for space inflation, that's about £2.76. You're not wrong, mate. See why the controller is preferable, don't you? Okay. bearings. Get my space legs. I've played this game before on Xbox, and braking was the one thing I struggled with the most out of all the things. Do, 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 do. True story, can confirm. A bit like that. Oof. How did you do? What was it? Grapple push. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get that one. What was it? Activate the scanner. How do you... Oh, here we go. The second one is the shocker. Don't ask. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. So there can be some quite... Two in the pink, one in the... Oh my days. How good. Just get that over there. Split saw. Swap tool mode. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Hey, look at that. Right, that bit's gonna... Now, obviously, you know, this explain the explanation, of course, for why I'm so adept with the flight controls, although I may not stay that way, is I've done this before. As I say, I played this on the Xbox and I very much enjoyed what I was playing. So, and I saw it in my ChatGPT generated stream history list. Which admit I had to feed it everything because AI isn't as smart as we think, even though it's very cool. With that said, you still have to do a ton of the work for it. Right, so I've gained $455,000. Cool. Got my rank up. So I think I should hopefully soon be able to get the tethers. The tethers are fun. So, while we're watching and this guy waffle on us, I think it's only fair that I mention that this is all in aid of charity. I'm going to turn off the filters on this so that it's not zooming and white balancing constantly. Focus off, autofocus off, auto exposure off. I just don't want it wiggling. Don't want it wiggling, that's what I don't want. I'll deal with it being too dark. There we go. Employee terminal. There we go. So one of the things I like about this is you don't have to walk around it kind of aimlessly bumping off stuff. You can just flip directionals like a choose your own adventure. Check it out. Just enjoy space. There we go. Nice. Got all my stuff. Okay. So that's the stuff I can actually get access to breaking down. That's nice, isn't it? Enter the ship catalog. Nope. So where is that then? Try to remember where that is. Equipment room? Start shift. Oh, okay. That's part of the salty Pluto or the salty Pandora, the Anemone Cruiser, or the corpulent Atlantia Star Cruiser. Now the question becomes, which one's worth the most in scrap? This'll work. Corpulent Atlantia Star Cruiser. The big fat Star Cruiser. Alright. Do 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 do. Okay. Let's give it a skim. Right, so there's cut points inside here, around the back. Cut points for this are going to be on the in. Oh no, they're not on the inside. Perfect. So, the trick to this. So, Albion has a question. Would you rather look like Hitler or everything you ever eat tastes like belly button fluff? I think the taste of, well, the smell of belly button fluff suggests that the taste of belly button fluff isn't all that bad. Certainly, I would say, better than being the one of the most genocidal bags of dicks in the history of recorded man. There we go. Right, good start. Is it actually going in? Oh, there we go. Nice. Right, so the thruster cap's gone in. We're off the board. So, the trick to these level 1 ships, for those who might entertain ideas of playing Hard Space Shipbreaker in the future themselves, is to get in through the back and just start cutting round all the frame. Do that. As the game gets more kind of involved, it gets more complicated. But, yeah. And you can pull stuff out. You'll know it's ready to be pulled out because it will have that sort of shimmering effect it's got there. Otherwise, if I just grapple this wall, it doesn't have that. Whereas if you go here, it's got that sort of shimmering effect, so it can do that. So let's just pause that for a sec. Okay, this is a good place to cut. So this is a good tip for those who might be interested in this game in the future. And I'd recommend it. I think it's a really lovely gameplay loop. I think it's very chilled, very relaxed. Is to get in around whatever you can do to get onto the side of the ship, because then you'll make it a lot easier for yourself, because then if you cut enough like this, you can just pop a side off, and now it's going to be a lot easier to work stuff out through the side. Okay, nice big chunk gone. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work. We'll work out where they're bolted on. So you can also take a tactical decision. So to answer your question, Albion, which I realised I kind of alluded to the answer but didn't actually come back and formalise, I would rather everything I ever eat tasted like belly button fluff, because at least then I haven't killed anyone. Call me an old-fashioned chap. So I will lose a few points because that's got a furnace item on it as well. So watch, it will go 39,000 and then it will knock me off a few pennies. Once it's done all the stuff I'm supposed to put in there, it will knock me a few pennies off because some of it wasn't supposed to go in the... Oh, I stand corrected. I genuinely thought they wouldn't care for that. Right, so the nice thing is you got salvage twice. You got 2 lots of everything. So 2 lots of furnace, 2 lots of processor. So, oh come on, you stubborn old fool. There we go. Come here. Don't be stubborn. Embarrassing me in front of the stream. Jerk. Right, now I'm we're going to do the same thing again. Oh, hang on, actually I can get this end cap off. I think that's all that's holding it on now. Oh no, hang on. There'll be a thing in here as well. One up there. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Now this is going to be tricky, but I reckon I can do this. So let's get out here first. So the tricky part is not so much that the bit can come off now, because it can, but the fact that it might take the ship with it for physics reasons, because it will just bounce off the wrong bit or something. So many times I have lost points on this game when playing it on the Xbox because something just bounced off the side. Nice. So yeah, I'm wearing the Mind t-shirt as a title belt today because I feel like somewhat of a champ, because I have nearly done 24 hours. I will try and clear that as much as I can tonight. If I'm absolutely flagging, then I will just call it quits and mop up over the weekend with the last bit. But if I can, I'm going to try and hit 24 hours tonight so that I can go to bed knowing I've done the minimum that I set out to do, and everything on top of that is so much gravy. So we all love a bit of gravy, don't we? Even vegans. Even vegans love a bit of gravy. They're only human, aren't they? Keep getting that going offline. Come on, baby. Here we go. Boom. Right. So the only thing with this game that's a bit awkward is for the first few levels, and it happens actually with every new rank of ship you go through. So you'll go through this even more when there's... Aha. Pop the door off. I mean, I can just pop the whole frame off and then the door feels a bit surplus to requirements, so let's do that. Anyway, so when you're going through tutorial bits, so like this one is obviously the practice ship because I've not done the ship before. I've only done the training mission, but as you go forward, you'll get like hazards and so on. You get unlimited time to do it, because in the normal mission, the gameplay loop is 15-minute rounds. It's neat. They break it up into days, which is quite cool. Right, so that's not coming off. That should come off. I was going to say that should pop off neatly. Pop, pop. Come on, over here. Over here, you bastard. Come here. Less of that. Embarrassing me in front of the stream. What if he needs a poo? What if who needs a poo? The cutter. He's a clone, I think. I suppose they poo exactly the same as their... Raises an interesting moral quandary. So I'll keep back of the yellow and black tape, because that's where you want to be avoiding. Right, what else we got to pop off here? If he needs a poo, he just goes in the suit, I think, to answer your question. Again, I've apologies, Albion. I feel like I've been not actually answering your questions. I've been sort of alluding to the answer and then just buggering off mentally. Up we go, up we go. Always anything about it disorients me when I'm in zero-G kind of space exploration environment mode. I'm sort of a bit discombobulated by 3D space. Still, could be worse. I could be underwater, which in games is like a really anxious feeling. So like, even though I love Sea of Thieves. Oh no, no, no. Bounce, 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 you swine. There we go. There we go. In you get. Good boy. Right. What's this? Okay, that's fine. So then this pops off, I presume. Oh, no, okay. Does this not pop off? Oh, okay. I stand corrected. It doesn't pop off. Top pops off. And then, oh, okay, I bet everything pops off once it's all disconnected. Right, so what's left on this side? Oh, I think I know what will be popping off. What will cause it to pop is this side here coming off. Worst mechanic, I hate underwater. I know exactly what you mean. Like, it's just something about it that makes me really uncomfortable and sort of. I mean, I as much as I recognise the explorative qualities, which is a game style I normally like, of something like a Subnautica. Forget being underwater for a laugh. Where is the processor from here? Let's get above it. Just fire it in. Just guide it gently in. Big pile of stuff. All processory, except I think the cockpit's going to cost me. Might get penalised for that a bit. But what will happen is, see that bar at the top, the 1 to 5, it will just start kicking in off the end to show you how much you, like how you can't earn the full amount, that sort of thing. This is going to take its sweet time getting in there, isn't it? It's definitely going in though. As soon as it crosses that threshold, it'll be fine. There we go. Yeah, see, there you go. The little red things come up because there was glass in it. Glass doesn't go in the... Go, go, go. So yeah, you can argue that deep space is like a bit like underwater, but just it doesn't feel so uncomfortable and so unsettling. Maybe because I'm going to assume that my character's wearing a space helmet, whereas in underwater, obviously, there's none of that at all. Chat, I can see there's more people viewing than chatting. Don't be afraid. I'm very nice, except when I'm not. But that's very rare, so you'll be fine. Just drop in to say hey, you know. You don't have to actually then go on to hold conversation. Ooh. Just notice the controller's starting to vibrate in a slightly uncomfortable position. Alright, let's just fly through there. That's not going to come off because the blast point and the cut points need to come off. Whoop. Let's get in here and detach the rest of this frame. Alright, that's 2, so then there should be a third one and a fourth one right above my head. There it is. Oops. Right, this is not yet still coming off. So what is still attached? Oh, it's the whole frame needs to come off the side. Okay. Is there a cut point down here? Oh no, just these two. Okay. Do. So this will actually be, regardless, to be honest, of how many viewers end up tuning in, this will be the second most popular thing I was on today. I actually was a panelist on a LinkedIn webinar, a Zoom webinar. It was, I think I found out about it through LinkedIn, but I actually ended up being a panelist on it, not just not just an interact. There's nothing wrong with being a viewer. So I've participated in my fair share of webinars as a viewer, but yeah, I was actually on a panel talking about how to do audits of particular computer applications, because I'm that kind of cool dude. Bounce. Shebang bang. Yep, that's it, and it's gone. So that's going to start ticking up. Right, I'm going to get the cut points out from this bit down the bottom. Do I even need to cut points? Well, it's not letting me do it, so there must be something. Oh, here we go, yeah. There it is, just like that, it's come away. Right, nerd. Well, that's the nature of the beast, my friend. I was pleased about it. You know, I didn't make a tit of myself, which is always a nice result for any weekday. What's this? You can't just pick the random tat yet. I think you can get some late. I think later on you can pick up some stuff that's like... So yeah, that was attended by about, I think they said they had about 220 sign-ups. Only about, I think about half that were live actually watching it in real time, but I think some of the times, and I've done this too, when you sign up for one of these webinars, you in part sign up because you'll get a copy of the recording after it's finished, so that you can watch it kind of at your leisure. Right, now we can get that door out. Let's get this through that gap as well. This one should go nicely. Pow! Banging. Right. Oh, hold on. Something's wrong here. Oh, danger of getting crushed. That wouldn't have been good, would it? Would have set the stream off with the right maudlin start. Right. Is this actually moving? No. Gently. Right, what's left? All furnace. Okay, fine. So, then... Can I move it? No, it's probably not going to move. Right, so I'm going to need to cut this then. Cutting tool. Let's go here. That didn't really work as I'd hoped, did it? Let's take off the beams here. There's not really a lot to lose out on here, so just take the support beams off the sides so I can get to these more easily. There we go, cut one clean. So that should now be able to go into the furnace. Bop, bop, bop. Not accepted. What happened? Oop, hang on. This is all furnace. What's wrong with that? Did I put it in the wrong thing? Chat, check the replays. Check the tape. What's still anchoring this on? Oh, there's a pillar here, is there? So I should see that detached now. Yep, cool. Alright, nice. So that's going in the furnace. None of this don't give me that bollocks. Right. That should all go in the furnace and don't give me any grief. There we go. That's better. Right. So then this should be maybe not light enough to go all the way in, but it should be easier to get in. Oh, I can. Alright. Cracking. Alright, so let's move that over there. And then once I've got it sort of over its way, I'll just gently nudge it towards its eventual fiery resting place. In you get, mate. Get in. Yeah, there's loads of stuff there. Boom. Up to number 5. Right, let's do it. Just have to appreciate the music every so often. It's just banging. Just lovely. So yeah, this is all in order to raise money for Mind, which is a cause so near and dear to my heart. I'm wearing the t-shirt as a championship. Just because, like I say, I've done quite a lot of streaming for this. And, you know, okay, make the argument it's not exactly the most taxing of activities for charity, but, you know, I've done less taxing ones. Savage goals earned. Repair kits too. Nice. So that's for my suit, I think, if memory serves. My spacesuit. There we go. So I go straight to bed, straight to rise. Start another shift. Right. What are we going to do here? No, forget hazard level 2, so we're not ready for hazard level 2 yet. Let's start with another. Oh, hang on, I've already done this. That has to be a hazard level 2. Alright, tell a lie. We're doing this. 527, 5465. Yeah, let's do that one. Clearing a new ship will deliver the salvage bay of your existing ship. Or oh yeah, so that basically just means you can start a new ship. Are you sure? You haven't technically completed the lot. We have, but it's very negligible amounts remaining at that point. I haven't done anything. Right, so this is where you unlock the barge. Right. So this said hazard level 2. But yeah, so this is the barge. This is for the barge rather. A nacelle with I think is like a cargo. I don't really know what a nacelle is, but I think it's like a cargo edition. Right, is there another one of those? No. Okay, perfect. That's nice and easy then. Down you go. So I'm going to get unlimited time to do this level as well because it is a training mission. There is a point past which you only get to do 15-minute shifts, which is kind of nice because it breaks the game up into a nice little chunk so you can sort of modularize it yourself. There we go. That's 2. So it's saying it wants 5. So those are the 2 nacelles. Right, so in order to get this out safely, I'm going to have to cut very carefully. Ah, so then there's also airlocks as well. There's no power to this, but later on in the game you will find that, there we go, I'll pull that out. Later on in the game you'll find that you have to be very careful with the airlock controls to not depressurize the ship and send everything flying off into space, because then you have to go looking for it. 4. Right, I want to gently remove that. Let's just remove that instead. Can I get this through the gap? Probably. Oh yeah, I can. Nice. Keep forgetting you can wind it back in. Access the kiosk. Oh yes. So I've done my training. Alright. Got myself a tutorial completion achievement. Right, so now I've got, you can see my health, you can see my fuel, my oxygen, and my suit integrity. Suit repair, I don't think it goes up much higher than that. I don't think you can, maybe you can, I don't know. I don't remember, I don't recall being able to do a huge amount with that. Right. Right, you are staying well and truly put until I'm done. So this is where you get into the nitty gritty, so you actually can pull all the lights out as well. And put them on the barge for a bit of extra cash. You don't get much for them, but you lose the money over whether. What I mean by that is you wouldn't get the money if you didn't do it, obviously. Let's be careful when I get closer and closer to the fuel tank. If it hits sparks, it's not good. It's not good for you. Put it that way. As you might be able to guess. What's that? Oh yeah, so that's the other thing you can do in this as well. Is you can just help yourself to certain items that will top up your supplies. It's not like a penalty to do so, you just can't salvage them. But I don't think you can salvage them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oop, bonk. That's the exact noise I make when my toddler hits her head. Ooh, bonk. And then they ask if they're okay. And they often say, yeah. Unless they're feeling particularly martyry, in which case they go, no. Or at least in my experience anyway, she does. Haha, I think I've just successfully detached this. Yeah, I just thought I'd seen it move. Up you get. Movie, movie, movie. Right, so. First things first, before we put this into the processor, that comes off and goes in the barge. Because the barge stuff tends to be worth quite a lot. So that, even that, just that little light was 3,500. Right, so that one's got, oh yes it does have a lot. I was about to say it doesn't have a lot on it, but it does. I can't wait to unlock tethers. Tethers are so much fun. Detach the antenna. That's the thing, is you get like a $5 million ship, but actually like 300,000 is one cargo hold thing. Okay. Oh, cargo hatch could have gone for 204,000. So this is the kind of thing you end up doing inadvertently when you're not paying attention fully, because you're... Alright, let's get nice and clear of this ship. I'm going to gently bring the fuel tank out and up. I'm going to drift across, and I'm going to... Pow! That should be worth a fair chunk. And I've avoided the explosion that usually follows applying that incorrectly. So yeah, soft crates are worth a fair chunk, 39,000. Doesn't sound like a lot with a $5 million ship, but it adds up. Because there's usually quite a few of them in the thing. I say when you get tethers, they're way more fun. Hard crates. Banging shot. Right, oh, oxygen, I need to be careful with this. Right, so I need to start paying attention to oxygen now. That's not oxygen, is it? By any chance? Is that just potato chips? I often get those confused. In case you're wondering how I got my amazing physique. God dear, the vibrate on this controller is actually making my hand tingle like pins and needles. It's crazy. Yep. So he does give you a warning. O2. Don't get to buy one of them. No, that's fine. Eventually they'll put tool wear on as well. So basically just kind of ratchet up the mechanics as you learn more. So you can also use the grappling hook to kind of send yourself going towards it. So being careful to apply the brakes liberally. Right, let's get these out of the way first. What's nice about this game is even if you end up like a tip box, smashing your helmet to bits, you do get a little bit of grace to go and get it patched up. Not much. So you want to be if you're going to smash your helmet, you want to do it not too far away from the kiosk. Punk. You just bumped me in the face. Do you see that? Jerks. Right, so I hit rank 1, which means I get 16 points. A weird choice. There you go, so you get some options to chuck them in. But not worth anything. That's the thing. Right, let's pop these off. Pop this door a bit off. No fuel tank to worry about this time. Oh, this is a pain. If I remember rightly, this is going to ask me to detach. Yeah, detach all. Oh no, they go in the furnace. Okay, it's not too bad. But you get 300 quid for each one. So again, I'm thinking, look after the pennies. Look after the space pennies, and the space pounds look after themselves. Right now, what I really want to do is detach the two parts of the ship off from each other to make it easier to work with a bit. So you can hear sometimes he'll start sort of rapid breathing if he's near a fire or something. In this case, he's actually near a fire. So the condition of this is getting worse. Fire that in quickly, see if I can get a few quid. I did, sweet. So yeah, if he goes near a fire, he'll actually start to hyperventilate, whether that's related to the fire or just the overall the scariness or the fire itself. Who knows? Oh no! Oh bugger! Oh buggery! Yeah. Right, these look like fuel pipes, so let's not do anything drastic with those. Right, yeah, so let's go through the back and sort that out. Pop that off and get that in the furnace. Nice big earner. So I can't wait for tethers. Tethers you'll see, because I think we'll probably get to tethers tonight. So easy. So everything becomes so much. I'd say it becomes so much easier. You still have to be careful, and you still can't just effortlessly do everything without some faff. But it just simplifies your life because you can just, well, we'll get there. Oh dear. Okay, so I need to be very careful with this then, because that is the big fuel tank it's plugged into. So I have to be careful to detach that correctly. There we go. Detached. So now I just have to be careful. Here we go. So this is oxygen. So then you can replenish all your own stuff. Because, like I say, they don't let you. Officially, you're not supposed to take it. I think, if I remember rightly, in the canon of the game, but it doesn't get you any credits, so you are kind of expected to take it. The pain is you always find loads when you don't need it. Alright, where are the cut points? There's still loads of cut points I haven't got to yet. But I really want to break up this space a bit. But I want to do it in a way where I don't get blown into bits. Which I don't think that's unreasonable, if I'm honest. Right, so that's that. And then if I get right in underneath there, I have detached the fuel tank successfully, so I think I should be okay. Oop, I have to be careful with that. Doing the catapult thing indoors can crack your suit, because you'll just smash into something. Definitely a good thing I disconnected that fuel tank. Look at that, sparks. Just flying. Right, so that's come off. So that's all well and good, except I'm still none the wiser as to how I'm going to get this off. Is there anything down here I can cut away that's a bit safer to cut away? Oop. Here we go. Okay. What's it attached to? Around the back, something around the back, okay. What's around this side then? Is there anything around there worth seeing? Oh, I know I can do. So if I try and pop in and go round to the right of the airlock, I should hopefully then get into the sort of bows of the ship. Nope. Okay. Once again, can we just spare some moments to appreciate this belter of a soundtrack? Don't know how well you can hear that, but I'm just love a bit of a bop to it. It's just so good. It's just a perfect, like, chilled out kind of soundtrack to a game that's quite relaxed in its loop. It's not, intense, or it can get, there are moments where you can find yourself going, oh, blimey, something make you jump, but it's more like something you've done to yourself, or, oh, you can't really hear it, okay. I would recommend you check it out. See, I realise that's unsatisfying compared to actually hearing the soundtrack, but I can hear it and I'm enjoying myself. So might be a stream thing. I don't know. Sometimes these games have weird rules around streaming, don't they? I'd imagine. I've never actually played one on stream, but I'd imagine like the football games and the wrestling games can result in some challenges around soundtracks. Ha! I can get in the side bit here. See if I can detach this middle bit. Good thing I didn't try singing along to the music. Coming up with my own words for it, because you'd just been going, what's this lunatic doing? That's why you want to go through and do all the electrics, because look at that score just creep up. 3,500 for a light. Little tick. Right. Bumpty bum. Bouncy bounce. Right, nice. Okay. What else is there? Let's just do a quick whip on this one. $900 for a bit of food. Shazam. I think that's... Oh, okay. Here we go. You do still get a bit of grace, so let's not panic. Plus also, it's just there's a mechanic in this game called spares, and basically every time you need a spare, it just adds 150,000 to your debt. Fuel goes way further than oxygen in this game. I've forgotten how much difference there was between the two. So I don't think the shirt's prominent enough. Let's just pause that for a sec. Pop that on the new Mindstream champion. No, I'm sure there are people who've done way better than I have. Raised way more money and done more streaming, to be honest, because 24 hours is a lot, but I'm sure there's people who've done that in a day because they're lunatics and don't have, a mentally demanding full-time job. Not challenging. A lot of jobs are challenging. That's not what I mean. That's terrible. Yeah, mentally demanding full-time job, toddler, all the stuff that requires you to have a brain that's not mush, but inevitably becomes so. Right, let's see what's popped off here. There we go. Let's come away. Or has it? What's that? Can I have that? Can I keep that? Stop. Let me just check to see if there's anything in here that needs to be removed. The glass panel needs to go in the furnace. Memory serves. Okay, that's detached. Can I get that from any? No, I can't do it. Do you know what? Let's just take the glass off. Makes this a bit lighter as well, which is nice. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, the soundtrack for this game is really lovely. It's just like some bluegrass music and acoustic guitars. It's frustrating in this game when you salvage something in a way where you can't then hit rank 5. In fact, if I'm not careful with barge items, I just noticed a bulb go in there, then that could be me on this stream. Right, this one will get a bit of glass and get counted against me, but that's fine, it's not that much. But on the plus side, let's take this off the side. Oh, hang on. Something's going on here. Right, let's get these out quick. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. On the plus side, of all the things it could fall into, the barge is the least offensive because it will just sit there until you retrieve it. Stop. Let's see if I can bank this trick shot. Boom. Get in. That's rank 2. Lovely. So I can rank up to rank 4. So that's salvage rank 2, which means I can bump up to salvager rank 4, which I'm hoping means tethers. I really want tethers. And I keep banging on about them, but they are like the ultimate simplification of your salvaging life. Oh, balls. Unlike what I've just done, which is press the wrong button like a pillock. And send the aluminium furnace bit hurtling towards the barge. Do you know what? I've got one more bulb there, and I think there's one more on there underneath. Oh, incidentally, Albion, off the back of our conversation the other day during the TCG Shop Simulator, I have started dabbling in Pokemon TCG Pocket. It's alright, you know. It's very neatly put together, like mechanically and kind of visually, it's quite swish. I don't see myself becoming like a power gamer on it, a power player, because I just don't have the interest. Right, so that's done. That takes you to salvage rank 2. Now I want to find a way to get that fuel tank out, because that's going to be worth it for a tidy chunk if I can get it in one piece. Nice, send me your idea if you want, we can trade when it launches. Oh yeah, good idea, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, I'll do that. Ah, my oxygen's going down again. God dear, let's say the fuel's not even halfway gone. And it's complaining about the oxygen again. That's my 3rd trip. It's like I need to breathe. What's this about? Finding myself interested to know whether I'll find streaming without mind, because obviously there will be a point where I stop, even if it's not, you know, after the 24 hours. I'll probably still stick the donation link in the chat because it's a nice thing to collect for. I don't know whether it will be a help or a hindrance that I won't have mind kind of to raise money for, whether I'll actually find it sort of valuable or not. I suppose I will. I can almost imagine that actually I'll find it sort of nice to not have to worry about it, because then I can sort of cut loose a tiny bit and be a bit more risque. I always feel guilty. Obviously, I've always liked to sort of allow for a certain amount of family friendliness so that people can watch this with their kids if they want to, or even just if they're a kid and they want to watch it. Like, I don't want to put people off. I don't want to be exclusionary. Never particularly, with the exception of the E14 podcasts, which were never sort of, you know, they were always kind of designed to be South Parky levels of kind of, I wouldn't say outrageous humour, but we went to dark places, I would say, fair to say. I don't think there was anything particularly outrageous about it. Would I talk about all their subjects again? Absolutely not. Thanks for not kicking me off. No, mate, you've not said anything that I think is particularly egregious, and anything you have said I've endorsed by keeping you on stream, so that's as much my fault as yours. Let's just slide this off. But yeah, I mean, obviously on the E14 podcasts, we were very much not pitching for a family-friendly atmosphere, but that's fine. You know, not everything has to be. Even, you know, I always felt like it was kind of nice to have the adult content like the E14 podcast, like the original E14 podcast, and then when Talk Star Wars joined, because I bought it, which is always, you know, I don't give myself nearly You know, I don't nearly give myself enough credit for that. I performed a peaceful takeover. I bought out a media property. Okay, granted I didn't pay much, but you know, and I wouldn't say it was exactly like it's not like I bought a profitable kind of, or I bid. It was making some money to cover its cost. You didn't allow the comment about no, I didn't. And again, and aren't you in a way kind of grateful that I didn't until just now when you've just ruined it? It's weird that it hasn't held it this time, isn't it? It's like, oh, he's really determined. Just let him have it. Twitch is just, oh, bless him. He tries so very, very hard. Right. Just gently slide that out. If you don't pardon the expression. Alright. Fuel tanks for 350k, so I definitely want to get this out in one piece if I can. Alright, is that clear? When you start seeing sunlight on it. I say sunlight, you know what I mean. Fire, fire, fire. There we go. 350k in the bank. That should take me over number 3. Or at least get me very, very close. There we go. Woo. So is she. What, as in, he's so persistent, let him have it. Alright. So anyway, as I was saying, when I bought Talk Star Wars, I thought, you know what, it's actually kind of nice. And I did, you know, we had conversations about whether we wanted to keep it family friendly, but I have no regrets about keeping it the way it was. I felt like there's a certain responsibility to the existing listener base to kind of respect the family friendly thing and keep it going. And also, you know, I think I've always felt this, and I even said so on an older Crazy Train. If you have to curse for people to laugh at your stuff, you're not that funny. You can do it without, then so much the better. But at the same time, if it's part of your shtick and you can, you know, I'm not saying that like people who swear aren't funny at all. I'm saying if you have to, if you can't physically get your point across comedically without adding cursing, without including cursing as it's a requisite, then I don't think you're that funny. Now, don't get me wrong, I swear with like punctuation, I swear like a docker. It's probably actually a bit of a problem. Could damage my career if I wasn't so bloody effective, I think. In terms of, it could damage my prospects if I cared enough about being a consummate professional and all that. But the reality is, most places, I think, appreciate the authenticity of somebody who's imperfect and thus will slip up and accidentally say balls. Oh my god, another bloody oxygen refill. I swear whilst docking. Oh. If your only goal is to break me, then that's a good goal. Mission accomplished. Oh yes, that's of course I can bring myself a bit further along by leveraging my grapple. Oh, hang on, actually, while I'm here, I might as well get fuel as well. May save myself making 2 trips. Because also, I mean, the fuel one's less pressing because obviously you're not going to die from it, and you don't have to have fuel. You can use the grapple like this. We have to be careful to brake in time, as I found to my cost on more than one occasion on this game in my Xbox playthrough. Right, so I think that should allow me to detach. I certainly can get these bulbs off because they're easy to detach. They're not a problem at all. No, I think there is still one fuel tank in there, so I don't want to be too gung ho. Right, is that definitely detached? Yes. Let's just bop it off into the direction of the processor. Bounce, bounce. Attaboy. Right. Boom, boom. Right. That can come off the top somehow. Why is it not coming off the top already, in fact? Is it because the fuel tanks are the fuel pipe? Ah, no, balls. Okay, I have to be careful here. There we go. Surgical precision. Thought that was going to break. It still might. So there we go. Didn't get the full whack for that one because I accidentally broke it. So it was hurtling towards the thing about to explode. So fair enough, they didn't give me all the money for that, which is fair. Right, this might bounce in the wrong direction. I hope not. So that should give me a tidy chunk. That's all processor stuff, I'm pretty sure. Yep, lovely. Right, so what's left then? Fuel piping mechanics. There's no cut points to speak of, apart from this one. Oh, actually, these are cut points technically as well, I think. Yes, they are. Okay. Pop that out. And then retrieve it. Fire it off in this direction. What have you found, Albion? So you've obviously... Oh. Oh, actually lost more money than I gained there. All right. You've obviously watched, I would say, I think almost all of these. I think you missed the Pacific Drive and TCG Card Shop one that I did on Halloween. Obviously, understandably, as a parent, understandably you weren't about for that one. But of the games you've watched me play, because obviously you've seen me play quite a few, what do you think has been the best? What have you enjoyed the most? I'm interested in your opinion because obviously, again, like I say, right now I'm doing this exclusively for Mind, but there will be a time where I will just plug Mind to still try and maximise some donations, but I won't be donning the t-shirt. I'll just be talking about it. And maybe the donations will come then. It'd be weird, wouldn't it? Maybe I'm trying too hard now. But anyway, I got my souvenir. And I feel, good about doing a good deed. That's a furnace piece. I need to cut these bits away to send them off. TCG or Shadows. Shadows is fun. The only pain with Shadows was obviously the lost save game. I feel like it didn't ruin the last stream, but I feel like it did sort of spoil it a little bit. That it was just me playing the same case over and over, the same case again. And also, I think more crucially, the game didn't do what I was expecting and randomize stuff. It literally just the same perp, same. She was in the same place, I think, if memory serves, or near as. And the only thing that varied was where he wanted me to leave the ransom money, which, don't get me wrong, worked out quite nicely because I was able to do it in a way where he couldn't actually sort of attack me. But yeah, I did feel like the last stream was kind of spoiled a bit by the fact that I couldn't make progress on the game because I had to kind of retrace my steps and kind of recomplete case number 2. But, you know, this time I think I did a much better job. I was able to sneak in. I didn't have to bottle anyone, which is always a good result for any game I play. Although it could be a nice metric for streaming in general. Like, have you bottled anyone on stream? Well, don't come back until you have. Maybe if I make affiliate, I can add it as a... I won't. I'm almost like... I've made my peace with it now, I think, is like this is very much a for fun for me thing. And obviously, you know, it has to be that way, I think. You have to sort of build yourself in so that anything you're doing is fun for you first, and then everybody else can kind of enjoy it if they want to. Right, so this is where I want to cut. Yeah, I'm aware. After that, know that I care. I want to get this off. I want to make it a bit smaller to thus make it easier to send to the furnace. That bit should cut off. What's wrong with that? Ah, balls. The edge bit. The pain with the cutter is it doesn't take out every little bit of beam. TCG is good. TCG, I was very surprised when I ran the ChatGPT numbers and TCG came out so far and away my most streamed game because I like it, but it's not that good. Like, I should have at least put some more time into Starfield before I put some time into that much time into TCG. It's obscene. Right, how much does this now weigh? Too much still. Alright. See if I can... I wonder if there's a way for me to take this off. If I'm creative here, I might be able to get away with a... Right, so that's come off now. I say, Shadows is good. I like Shadows. Shadows is very clever, I think. Only pain of it, like I say, is the fact that I was sort of hoping it would do a bit more kind of randomization with the perpetrator or the location where I had to go or what have you. But in the end, it was very much like boilerplate identical. Or is this still attached? So that one's been severed. Oh, okay, let's just do that then. That looks like it's come... No, it hasn't come apart. Swine. So I've missed all that. Internet keeps dropping. That's fine. I was just talking about the merits of TCG versus Shadows. I think Shadows is good, but I was disappointed that I lost the stream to retracing my steps essentially and kind of going back to where I was and getting back up to the same point in the storyline, which is fine, except, say, you know, obviously it's not a very interesting stream for me to just play the same mission twice in a row. It would be one thing if I'd ballsed it up, but I didn't. Somehow. I somehow managed to rescue the hostage and arrest the perpetrator. Well, I think I did a better job of that this time around because I think I actually got them to recognise they'd been arrested. Let's see if I can get... Oh, hang on. I can get this bit away for sure. Furnace. Boom. Ping. Is that a light bulb? Looks like it could be a light bulb. There it is. Yeah, it is. There we go. So yeah, Shadows is good, but not without its kind of foibles. And then TCG is good, but should not anywhere be close to my favourite most played game because it's good, but it's not my favourite game of all time. That belongs probably to I was thinking about this in the car on the journey into work this morning because the alternative is think about work, which, you know, I want to wait till I get there, deal with it then, or enjoy my podcasts. Hold on, it's moving. Do some Skyrim. I should. I will. Do you know what? Next stream, you got it, Albion. Since you've been such a good supporter of mine, do you think a straightforward from scratch playthrough? Oop, hang on. Which way am I going for the bloody tether station? Ah, balls. Do it. All right, that's fine. Next stream will be Skyrim. Oh dear. Yep, from the start. All right, cool. Done. Consider it done. Consider it done. From the start. Any preference on class? Should I do a wizard? I've never done a wizard on Skyrim. Trouble is with Skyrim, and I say it's trouble, it's a wonderful game, might be one of my favourites of all time, just from the sheer volume of fun I've had with it. And yeah, okay, it's janky, but I mean, you can lay the same claim at most games in some form or other, and they're still fun. So I entertain no such. I'm under no illusion that Skyrim is flawless, but it is jolly fun. Right, there we go. This is where I got to before. I was going to take this beam off here, which I think will free up. Yeah, about half the frame. I was thinking as much. Oh, I need it to go upwards. Up you get. Come on, mate. Up you get. Up you get. The thing is with Skyrim, so the thing about Skyrim is I always have grand ideas of like, oh, I'm going to play I'll play a wizard. I'll play a destruction magic wizard or what have you. And I always end up playing a sneaky rogue with a longbow. Because I'm a really good shot in that game. Because it's hard not to be a really good shot in that game. Okay. That is everything. One more ship. Salvaged. Is there anything left to go in? Odds and sods. Sodom. There we go. And shift. So that takes me up to rank 4 at least, I would think. Yep. Beginner. What does that earn me? Does it earn me anything? I really just want the tethers. I really want the tethers. Wizard always wizard. Alright, so I'll get some magic under my belt. Ah, handy. Please be cut. Please be tethers, tethers. Please. First things first. Sticker. Here we go. I will be a master. That's fair. Tethers, tethers, please. Yes. Tethers. Right, where are they? Yes. Yes, they are. I can't have anything else, it looks like. No. Right, tethers. This is where the fun begins. I think one thing I'll probably straight away do is I will, with all the love in the world to mind, I will take that blue little overlay off the stream. Where do I want to place it? Barge. Tethers. Look at it go! There you go. Make their way down. Okay. Right. So this is where the fun begins. Love a tether. Right, let's have a quick look, see how much it cost me to buy new tethers. Oh no, I can't do that yet. I have to be rank 5 before I can start getting some really heavy hitting equipment. Right. Okay. So a new ship. So this one's got electrical and explosions. So 8.5. 8.5 winner. You get different rewards for doing different ships. It's not like the money one's always the way to go, because you might want more repair kits and stuff like that. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm on fire. Right, I'm going to approach this a different way. There we go. That's a much better way of doing it. So tether that down, and away you go. Nice, good start. 260,000. Start me off nicely. On a $7.5 million ship. That's, yeah, not an untidy sum. Right, what have we got? Can this come straight off? Ooh, perfect. 250k off the bat. Get that tethered in. Down you go. Right, so then on the other hand, there should be the same thing. I'm going to detach it first, because otherwise you can run into the problem of the game physics, whereby you disconnect it, well, you don't disconnect it rather, but you stick the tether on it and it pulls the whole ship with it until it, while it detaches. Right, that's barge, that's barge. So I think if I just disconnect these, that should do it. Right. No, grade 2's too thick for my cutter tool to work, but it will work with my split cutter for some reason. There we go. Just going to put up some tiny new change. Nice. I'm almost up to... So there you go. So you got the 15-minute timer counting down. How are you feeling on this game, Albion? I really like it. Say it came up in my... When I was doing my list on ChatGPT, and said, you know, tot it all up for me. When I was surprised by a TCG card drop coming up as the number one, and running away as well. Like even with the 2-hour stream from Tuesday night, Shadows of Doubt's only on about 7, I think, which is, you know, not bad for 3 goes, but yeah, TCG Shop's like 9 hours worth of streaming play, which is crazy. It's chill. Yeah, this is it. This is why I like it. It is just a relaxing game. There's nothing too taxing to it. You can be... It turns out I am quite good at it, with the benefit of having played before. And I know my way around an Xbox controller. If you know what I mean. I mean, literally. Right. What else can I take easily? Something like this. I think I'm running out of stuff that can come off easy. That goes in through the... that actually looks like the best way in. Right, sort that out. Wow, this is one of the other reasons I chose this game. It's been 1 hour and 40 minutes. I've not really felt it. With Shadows, I feel a bit more conscious of how much time has passed, but that may be because I obviously was playing through the second case again, so maybe I felt the pull of like how long it took more, because I was like, well, this is all wasted time. And actually, you know, gaming's never wasted time, is it? It's good for you. Okay, let's take the glass panel out. Problem solved. So I'm a bit disappointed that the soundtrack's not coming through nice and clear, because it's so nice. It's just a little bit of bluegrass, just banjos, acoustic guitars, very simultaneously at odds with the space setting, but also perfect for this kind of game. I'm going to start taking off the side then. I think this bit can come off with just these three. You do realise we've had no sound from any games. That's not right, is it? Is it just really quiet? Can you hear like the sound of nothing at all? Or is it just super quiet? I could have sworn I'd see it. Went back and watched a VOD and heard just quiet audio. Maybe it's just too really quiet. I'll turn it up a tiny bit. There we go. See if that changes things for the better. Maybe it's just, let's say, maybe the audio is just way too quiet. I mean, that's been known to happen. You can't hear a thing. Oh, interesting. Maybe I've set it to minus 30 decibels, mainly to not drown out my talking, but also to not deafen you horrendously. But this soundtrack's a banger, so let's get back to it. So this time I can actually see sound levels changing. Now, whether that means, it's actually coming through audibly, I don't know. But it should be, is my point. Right, how about now, Albion? What's keeping that in place? Nothing. Weird. It's definitely on. It's definitely in the mixer as well. It should be. Oh, Christ's sake. Mixer. Audio input capture. Close. Headsets on. Desktop audio. It's right there. Oh, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Let's have a quick look. Audio input capture. Display capture. Monitors. Audio output cap. For Christ's sake. For Christ's sake. Yeah, alright, fine. So then, I don't know what that means. I'm confused. But then that's got 2. Why has it got 2? It doesn't need 2. Let's get rid of that. Remove that one. Maybe it's just too quiet. Let's just try again. What about now? I've turned it quite a way up now. If it's still wrong, then I think I know what's wrong. But I don't really. Not really. Not truly. Oh yeah, probably should fix that. A whisper. Does it just need to be louder than it is then? Alright, let's fix that then. Do the thing first. Top my oxygen up. He wasn't going to make it 3 minutes 30 seconds, was he? Right, let's just come out of that. And we'll put it up to -10. I guess one question I'd have is how loud do I come in? Because I'm -5 on the mixer. I'm wondering if maybe it should all be at 0. Is it, you know, am I hiding well that I don't know what I'm doing? All signs point to no. Oh good, you got audio. Excellent. Well, do you know what? Stuff like this, every time something like this happens, I'm like, well yeah, of course people stop and view and then don't stick around and don't chat, because it's just me talking and a game. There's no, you can't appreciate the game's, and you can hear it now, majestic soundtrack. To the point where I almost bought the soundtrack album today on Steam. Because I like it that much. Because it's just delightfully, like you say, it's a nice chill soundtrack. You didn't even know there was a soundtrack there that was chill. You were just talking about the gameplay loop. It's still quiet and you're loud. Well, yeah, because I'm trying to sort of mix it correctly so that I'm not drowned out. Let's tweak it a bit so that they're more or less the same. Let's make it -5 and I'll put myself up to 3, -3. Right, let's see how this sounds. So this is me at -3 decibels from the thing, and then this is and the game audio is -5. So the difference between the two is much smaller than it was. because it was, I think, -10, -5, so it sounds like a lot, but it sounds like it's not changed that much, but it's, you know, much closer. The margin of difference between my vocals and the game audio should be much less pronounced. Probably should have done this before I started streaming for Bloody Mine, shouldn't I? Oh well. I wonder if they've ever actually just kind of popped on and just gone, oh god, what an idiot. He's even got his game audio on. So yeah, now you can jam out on this soundtrack with me.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Right, tell you what, I've got 30 seconds left in the level before they end my shift. I'm going to jump to all the cut points and just get as many of them cut off as I can. There we go. Right, so now it automatically transitions you off the main part of the game, the 15-minute shifts. Ah, my days. 23 sodding hours into streaming, I have finally worked out how to make myself vaguely competent looking.
Hey, Rook. I was thinking our crew should crack some beer sometime. You know, shoot the breeze, fantasize about a debt-free life and all that. Not that that's gonna happen anytime soon. Like, Weaver's been at this for years. 20, maybe?
Oh, well, there you go. So for anybody who comes in on VOD later in and...
Dee Dee sends most of her money home. Goes through Link, of course, with huge transfer fees. And Kaido, well, look, Kai's great. He just hasn't really taken to the work. Lynx calls him a low earner. As for me, I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. I just need enough to get me one of those mining skips. You know, for belt running. Still so many rich rocks along the frontier line. Eventually want to hire some friends from back home. Oh, the Airs platforms. Around Mars? Good people. But work's hard to find there. Don't know when that'll be, though. Just when I think I'm earning at a steady clip, there's another fine or fee. This job's fun as hell and all, but I got other plans. Maybe you do too. Anyway, don't want to get a fine for tying up comms? Kidding! That's not a thing. I don't think. Either way, good luck, Rook. Blue out.
Okay. So it automatically transitions you through the bits of the game, like the moving around and stuff like that.
Shift time will be commencing shortly.
How you holding up there, Cutter? Seems like you're getting the knack for it. Trust me, when you get well versed in the art of shipbreaking, it becomes a joy to show up to the yard each day. Ain't a tray like it. Dancing between the ribs of a ship, spitting heat, do-si-doing with a 10-ton panel, taking a breather, gaze out at the rest of the human race.
Let him just carry on. I'll let him just carry on, not really listen. Right, so I've got plenty of fuel, so that's not a problem. We're alright for tethers. Just gonna restore them anyway, why not? I'm not sure what the significance is of the little sort of trilling bit at the beginning like that. Apart from maybe just to sort of ground you in the sci-fi part before it then starts playing the bluegrass. Is it bluegrass? I think it's bluegrass. Anyway.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Deposit accepted.
I looked at myself, almost got to 24 hours worth of streaming, and I didn't figure out that the game audio was so quiet that you couldn't actually functionally hear it. What a pillock. Ugh. Anyway. Which is the thing about space, it disorients me. What's upside down and what's not. Some people must like just get completely unfazed by that, but it really throws me off. Almost at rank 2.
Salvage deposited. Applying
Very
credit
close.
to account.
This should probably do it, you know, one of these. Yep, there you go.
Goal obtained.
I was close.
Additional rewards assigned.
Let's get to rank 3 to get the next cool thing. Which I think is the ability to buy a shed load of upgrades in one go.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
Right, that's all processing now, so that can go in. This is the fun thing about tethers, you can just watch them go tearing off. You just yank something halfway across space.
Object accepted for processing. Credit deposited. Raw material deposited.
Alright, I'll tell you what, for the last hour of what I've worked out, I'm gonna, you know, I've got such little faith in ChatGPT after the back and forth I went through to just get the numbers on my streams. I'm actually gonna go and run the numbers myself on a spreadsheet just to be on the safe side as well. If it turns out I've gone under 24 hours, then I'll regroup. Either way, Albion, consider this, because it's on VOD and obviously it will then be on YouTube and stuff afterwards. Consider this the cast iron guarantee. Next stream will be Skyrim from scratch. Because I do not need an excuse to play Skyrim. I adore that game. It is one of my all-time favourites. Where did that panel just go? Is that it there? Yeah, okay. Oh, this looks like it's popping off. Right, that looks like it should pop off as well. So that can go in there. Once you start getting to the point where you've taken off like big chunks of the ship, kind of tether points and stuff like that. Ooh, oxygen. I've lost the light there, but I don't care. I need to more pressing concerns. Once you get to the point where you can, especially with the tethers, you can just kind of rip big chunks off the ship, you start to see that money go up quite swiftly. Tell you what, if I get enough fuel to tide me over till the end of the shift as well.
Oxygen levels stabilized.
It is the goats. I agree. And look, my only consideration on the way in this morning was, would I consider Skyrim or Fallout to be my greatest of all time? But then Fallout, I don't know. Skyrim, I've had more fun with. Of all the Elder Scrolls games, it's the only one I've really, really adored. That's not to say by any stretch that, you know, Oblivion or Morrowind and stuff is bad. It's just, I really love Skyrim.
Salvage registered.
Whereas with
Transferring
Fallout,
credit.
there's bits I've loved from New Vegas, there's bits I've loved from 3, there's bits I've loved from 4. It's not just one game that makes my love for Fallout, it's the whole universe. So like as a franchise, I would say it's probably up there with my all-time favourites, but in terms of, let's see if I can bang that food pack in, wham. In terms of like all-time franchises, Fallout would be up there with Star Wars for me in terms of pop culture, because there's so much good stuff. Even though Fallout has only just recently become anything other than video games with the Amazon series, which I still haven't finished watching. I really should. I watched the first episode and thought this is really good, and then just haven't got a chance to watch anything else. TV, I'm really behind on, woefully so. There we go. That's my next bit popped off. Just get in between the two. Let's get that banked in like that. Fallout is consistent, Skyrim is superior. Yeah, I would. Do you know, that's a good summary. I would swing with that as a kind of through line. I think Skyrim, I've had way more just raw enjoyment with that single game. Something is wrong. Oh bollocks. Oh bollocks. I know what's wrong. It got hooked. I need to pull off as much as I can of this stuff, because it might start drifting.
Salvage
No,
secured.
okay, fine.
Account credit applied.
Why is that not going back in? Get back in, you bastard. You bad bastard. Get in. It might also be a setting thing. I'm not like a, you know, I like high fantasy, but I much prefer post-apocalypse as a setting. So maybe that would be like a thing that would swing Fallout in my favor, Fallout in my favor, or into my favor. Well, yeah, I know what I mean. If I'm the only one. Drop down and see if I can bang this thing. Okay, right, so pull that off.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Right. Oops. Poor bunny.
You got 5 minutes remaining in your shift, Cutter. 5 minutes.
Alright, maybe I can keep that 5 minutes of oxygen. Maybe not. Hydroponics. What was your least favourite game of all the stuff I did? I have a thought, but I want to know what you think. I appreciate obviously that you haven't watched absolutely everything. So I think, like I say, I'm pretty sure that I was streaming to nobody on the Halloween streams. That's interesting. Aluminium panels are usually good for the processor. Go through them. So it started with 2 Point Campus, which was the first stream I did. Then I've also done Evil Genius 2. I did TCG Card Shop Simulator. I know you like that one. So obviously we've already talked about that one. I've done Sugar Shack. I've done Pacific Drive. I've done obviously this now. There's another game that's not coming to me. Maybe I'll just pull ChatGPT up and check in a minute. But like Shadows of Doubt, obviously you said you like. There's other games I've done that have not been Stream for Mind games. I'm thinking purely of the Stream for Mind games. So let's just rattle through. So there should be 11 streams if you count Pacific Drive and TCG Card Shop separately. Well, that's night. It was night 10. So it's 2 Point Campus. I think TCG Card Shop was second, and then Evil Genius 2 was number 3. Sugar Shack was number 4, and then number 5 was Pacific Drive, followed by TCG Card Shop. 6 and 7 was Shadows of Doubt. 8, I think, was TCG Card Shop. 9 was Sugar Shack. Yeah, do you know what? I think it's probably a fine game, but it just wasn't grabbing me on that stream. And I think I think my, not to sound too wanky, but my performance as a streamer relies on the quality of me kind of believing in the quality of the game I'm playing, and I wasn't feeling that one. Wasn't, for lack of a better expression, I wasn't vibing with it. Just gonna send that off unnecessarily fast. Whoosh. Right, let's just pop off the connectors here. Evil Genius was great too. I like that one. That's a good. I mean, I've always liked the Evil Genius series. I really wish I could make work. I mean, I really want to make Star Wars Rebellion work, but it's just, I'm guessing it's just too old. Because it just wouldn't display correctly on the screen. I would have had to play it in a window that was like 240 by 220. Just not good. Which is a real shame, because it would have been a nice little nostalgia thing. Because I think, in my head, doing the Mind stuff, I thought, mental health, let's do some nostalgia streaming. But it just didn't work. And the annoying thing is, a lot of the time, especially on a night where I'm planning on streaming, I do not have the time, as you found, with the fact that obviously we've got till tonight before we figured out that I can make the game audio more audible. I don't have time to test stuff out. So I just have to, load up a game on the night and just hope that it will work out the box. And most of the time, to be fair, it does, but, occasionally they don't. Star Wars Rebellion was one. Constructor was one, even though that's an HD remake, so that should have worked. That should take me over to rank 3 for the end of this drift. Yes, there it is. Hit rank 3, so that'll give me my rank up to rank 5. Oops. That is the only thing, you can accidentally tether stuff really easily to other things, which is not ideal. Let me just see if I'm missing any from my stream list. So pull up ChatGPT and just go through the list I gave it. Alright, meantime, I'll just bump up to, there we go. Right, so it went from, 2 Point Campus, TCG, Evil Genius 2, Sugar Shack, Pacific Drive, TCG, Shadows of Doubt twice, TCG, and then Shadows of Doubt again, and then this. Yeah, so that tracks. So, yeah. Sugar Shack. Shame, because I think it's actually quite a sweet, you know,
Hello, shipbreaker.
sweet game. You
You
know what I mean?
have one incoming transmission waiting.
Hey, Rook,
Um,
you ever think about starting your own
but
business
yeah,
out
probably
there? You know, be your own boss. I swear, one
in
day
terms of
I'll get a decent
my
belt
favourite
runner
game,
and make my own money.
probably. I
Maybe
mean,
bring
the
my old
numbers
man
don't
along
lie.
to
Card
help
Shop
sniff out
Simulator's
some
gone
good
down
rock.
well.
My dream is to tinker with ship design. Maybe build some machinery to help with heavy-duty mining. Make it safer. If we ever both get out of here, I'd hire you in a heartbeat. If you don't end up coming with me, I hope you get to make your
It's
own
really
way
annoying
out
you can't
there.
just go and do your equipment
Definitely
upgrades.
ping me if you do. Blue out.
Fine. Right, I'll do them after.
Hello, shipbreaker 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. Some people dream of great salvage, while other people get up every morning and make it happen.
I think it's time for you to learn about the mother lode of any ship. The reactor. Most dangerous part of shipbreaking. But you got this. Continue when you're ready, Cutter.
Get some upgrades. The number of tethers. Durability goes up. Thrusters. Okay, that doesn't work. Have I not got enough points for that? No. Okay, used up all my points. Ah, well. Yeah, Evil Genius, like I say, Evil Genius is a great series. I love the fact that number 2 is more of the same with HD graphics, because it's a really great game and a really great loop. And
Hey, Rook.
my fix ain't broke.
Just thought I'd check in with you. You ever miss your folks back on Earth? My old man's back on the Eris platform. It was rough growing up there.
Get rid of its
Hard to
tethers.
even get by. Folks just grasping at whatever work they can. Like my mom. She left the work off station when I was 4. Hardly know her. Basically remarried now. And my dad, he's a miner. Always wanted to be prospecting himself one day, but he's tired now. Mining's driven the life out of him. It was hard. Just the two of us. Not gonna lie. People shouldn't have to make choices like that. You know? Break their families apart just to survive. Anyways, maybe someday I can do what my old man wasn't able to. Someday. Blew out.
Drop down underneath, tether that to that, let it go flying. Rip. Actually whip down. Oh no, it's just going to pull the ship down and then pop off. Okay, that's fine. I think I might lose some points on that because I think there was a light on that door that I didn't grab. So it goes. Right, the main thing is get rid of the hydroponics. Just make sure they're in there. Yeah. Oh, electric cables. Okay, fine. That's alright.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
The only one you don't want to get wrong is put the red ones in the blue one and vice versa. The balls. That's gone. That's easily done too. Is just send the part you're after. The small parts especially are really bad for that. Just send it off into space forever. Just some poor, you know. I like to think they end up in somebody else's video game. So like somebody's playing No Man's Sky or something, just get clonked on the head by a set of wires from a different game.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Applying credit.
What's that? What's that still doing up there? That should be in there.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Nice.
Applying credit.
Nice.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated. Processing object. Applying credits to account. Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Let's pull this through. Let's get this bit off.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Let's just pop these off. Ah, probably let's cool down.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Oh, I have some here. That's handy.
Oxygen
Get some
levels
fuel.
stabilizing.
Have those two. And have to go back to base. Right, so that's. That before I go. Oh no, hang on, before you go. Damn it. Gotcha.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Get away from me, you bastard.
Credits deposited.
Right. BRB. Go for it, mate. I'd never know if you went and came back. But it's nice of you to be polite. Alright, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to run out of stuff to stick in the furnace and so on. It'll be all...
Valuable object processed.
Right, so there's only a bit left from there. Ah, great. Okay, so I'll save this for Albion. This looks like the rest is going to be furnace. This is good. Okay. Right, so that bit can come off.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited. All salvage goals achieved.
satisfying to watch.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
What's left? There's nothing left. Got nothing left to harvest, but it says there's loads left. What's left? There's nothing there. Did I send something off into space again? I did as well. For goodness sake. Over here. What's this? Barge. What was this then? Battery pack. Alright. Oh, there you go. That covers it. Right then. I'm gonna knock off 5 minutes early, it seems.
Cutter, if you're fixing to dot the I's and cross the T's, you got about 5 minutes to do it.
Alright.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. The greatest reward in life is the chance to work hard at work worth doing.
Alright. This has got to do with training on reactors. I can't remember, this is actually quite helpful. Right.
I remember my first reactor pull. I was shaking like a leaf. You got less on the line now, but still. Let's try to do this without a critical meltdown. Looks like this ship's reactor's toward the aft, but there are lots of different configurations out in the wild. Okay, we're only focused on one thing right now. Pull the reactor and get it on the barge. As soon as you disconnect the reactor from this ship, it'll start to melt down. So act fast and make sure you have an exit strategy ahead of time.
Ah,
All
yes.
right. This one's pretty easy. Should just slide out of her coolant casing with a good yank from your grapple. Try to have your extraction fully planned out before disconnecting it from the ship.
Right, so now, I'm playing with reactors. So get stuff out of my way. Now, if memory serves, there is a knack to this.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Right, so the trick to keeping this one together is don't tether it by the panels, tether it by the frame. Then it'll take it away with it.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
I just want to clear my path to the inside of the ship. Here we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Just fly and have a quick look round. Where is the reactor? Through that door. Okay. What have I got in the way of cut points? I can get the top of this off. Go.
Material deposited. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
What's that? What's that? It's complaining. Ah.
Tether supplies running low.
Oh, damn it. Still needs to come back down. Where is it?
Salvage deposit secured. Credits
Oh,
awarded.
so it's gone in. Alright, but. That's on the end. Balls. Wow, that's my last 5 tethers. Is that enough? That should be fine. All I need to do really is get into this reactor room from the top. I need to keep 5 tethers. I'll keep the 5 tethers.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Let's pull this off. Get that out. There we go. Perfect. Right, so that's now detaching and slowly floating into space. So now Let's get this over here, out of the way of the rest of the ship. I can just fire this straight off. Go. Down you go.
Well, congrats, Cutter. You're certainly picking this stuff up faster than I did back in the day. Okay, I'm gonna leave you to it till you get to the next rank. Until then, remember this. Measure twice, cut once. The tethers are your friends. Good luck out there, Cutter. Weaver out.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
I think that should just come straight off. Pain is if there's shed loads of computer stuff in there, which there is. Shit. Okay, I'm going to lose out a bunch of stuff here. Might just have to take the hit on this one. Oh, actually, no, it's floating. Perfect. Spinning, which is not ideal, but at least then I can get the stuff out of it first.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Salvage secured. Credit deposited. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
That's why it's flickering. Just trying to work out why it was flickering, but it's because I'm quite close to this processor.
Processing valuable
I don't
objects.
particularly want to be.
Credit awarded.
I need to strip this stuff out first because there's quite a lot of kit on here.
Applying credit to account.
Oh, I've started the countdown again. I thought oh, maybe you do the reactor first and then you get 15 minutes from there. That's actually alright.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred. Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
So I've got a new upgrade now. That means that when I scan stuff, I can now scan systems and structure, which is useful. It means I can determine whether weird stuff that doesn't make sense is just electrical systems or just a weird trick of the light. See?
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
So this is now, is this furnace stuff? Ah, bollocks, it is, okay. Bollocks. Right, what is keeping that on then? Oh, it's actually detached, it's just not very good at it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Cutter,
Yep.
looks like you used your last tether. Head on over to the kiosk to pick up some more.
Valuable object processed.
Oh, bollocks, it's not gonna work. Okay. I won't be able to stop that.
Oxygen low.
Oh, okay, good. It's all running out at the same time. That's actually quite handy.
Through good breathing practices.
And upgrades. Yeah, it's gone in. I'm afraid that might happen. But that's alright.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Yeah, that might happen.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
What's the dampener?
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Come back here.
Salvage secured.
There we go.
Account credit applied. Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Cutter. Do what you do. Weaver out.
Valuable object. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage secured. Applying credit. Valuable object accepted for processing. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Valuable object processed. Credit awarded.
Oh. I got shocked.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
The hell? Why? It just seems to be giving me all the different types of damage for no apparent reason. Because it bloody well can.
Salvage goal failed.
What?
Rewards voided.
Why? Oh no. A decent portion of the ship is on fire.
Credits deposited.
Oh, blimey, that's actually quite a lot. Alright, well that's fine. You know what, I'll live with that. It'd be nice if the cut point's burned. Can't have everything their way.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
There we go, taking me into rank
Salvage
4.
secured. Account
Let's
credit
manage to
applied.
not lose all the ranks.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
That's all disconnected,
One
so
minute
that
left
can
on
go.
the clock, Cutter. 1 minute left.
That, do you know what, I reckon I'm just going to call it there and just do that. Get that moving. Can increase the load with more tethers. Let's do 3 tethers, that should be plenty to get it going. That's going in, and that's about to go.
Accepted for processing.
Oh no! Right, that should do it, I think.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
There we go. That's specimen to get. Right. I've got 3 minutes left on stream to hit my goal. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new day. And then I will finish. So So I'll do one more day in the game, which will be another 15.
New certification level
Some new points to spend. And then I shall call it a night, consider it a job well done, and stick to plug in the chat
Hello,
link.
shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmit.
Howdy, Rook. So, this can be,
Here we go. This is
an
where the
awkward
story
subject,
kind of properly kicks in.
but you've probably noticed Lynx doesn't take great care of us. Up until maybe 100 years ago, workers like us would sometimes form these groups called unions and go toe-to-toe with the company. They'd argue for better wages, safer work, decent hours, that kind of thing.
This is the crux of the story,
Lynx was
kind of
actually
forming.
part of getting rid of them. But some of us are trying to bring it back. I can tell you're a good person and a hard worker. The company will use you up. It's just built that way. So I thought you might be interested in the Union News Group. There are new messages every couple of days. Read them, don't read them, trash them, whatever. Just keep it on the down low. The others don't know about it. Weaver and Dee are a bit too by the book. Kaido is just too anxious. Poor kid. But I wanted you to have the info. I was glad someone gave it to me when I was new. Okay, spiel over. See you in the yard, Rook. Blue out.
Oh yeah, I'm going to bed, I forgot. Just sends you straight to bed, doesn't it? Without any supper.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Today's weather report, clear and sunny, with a high of -270 degrees.
Hey, Cutter. You're gonna start getting pressurized shifts now. Lou and I will show you the ropes when you're ready.
Right, range, overheat cooldown. That keeps happening to me. Durability drain rate. And I'm going to go and see if the oxygen thing is... Oh, for goodness sake. I spent 23. I spent 5 too many points. Resynthesize audio from nearby hazards in unpressurized areas. There we go. Right, last day. Because in about a minute and a half I will hit my number. And that will be it.
Alright. Our friend Lou thinks she's the expert on pressurized ships. So, I'm gonna let her take the lead on this one.
You give me a hard time, but you know I'm good. Okay, Rook, time for the fun stuff. And by fun, I mean incredibly dangerous.
You're in good hands. Take it away, Lou.
Okay, first rule. Always scan ahead. Ships can have pockets of pressure anywhere inside them. Let's have a look. Activate your scanner now. Your scanner shows the pressure state of every compartment. Red labels are unpressurized. Green are pressurized. Cut between a red room and a green room, and boom, violent decompression.
The correct term is explosive decompression.
Explosive, same deal. If we cut this ship now, it pops. Only safe way in is through an airlock. If you can't find one, they show up on your scanner too. Good. Now cycle the airlock. Should be a switch in there. And you're in. From inside, you can safely depressurize with an atmosphere regulator. Should be one nearby. Give it a go.
There you have it. Atmosphere regulator. Let's find it first. That looks like it could be it.
Hey! All right, look! Either you're a fast learner or I'm an amazing depressurizing treatment. Now, sometimes you're gonna have to depressurize a ship violently.
Explosively?
Explosively. Soon as you hear that warning, grab onto something. Seriously, you don't want to get stuck through a 1-inch hull fracture. Believe me, it's unpleasant. Sometimes different areas of the ship have their own pressurization systems. So remember, always scan ahead. Now, hey Weaver, why don't you take the rest of the day off and out-demo my patented reactor rodeo technique?
Nah, that's all right there, Lou. Thank you very much.
Oh, hot tip. You know all the supplies you can buy at the kiosk? You can actually scrounge a lot of that stuff for free from the ship.
Come on now, Lou. You know that's against the regs.
That's just because they want us to spend every penny at the company store.
It's also not safe. Nor sanitary.
Come on, what?
You know how long that stuff's been floating around and all that grime and dust?
They're vacuum sealed, Weaver.
Oh, probably well past their expiry date.
Okay, well, it's not like I'm saying to steal power cells and flip them on the black market.
Look, Lou, I need you to try and follow the rules now, you hear?
Yeah, whatever, boss. Catch you later, Rook. Lou out.
Cutter, I encourage you not to huff any old can of oxygen you find, but if you do, please just monitor your vitals after. Oh, and for God's sake, don't eat anything you find. Anyway, have a good shift. Holler if you need me. Weaver out.
Why is it depressurizing? The frame. That's alright. It's actually been a relatively harmless one.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Is that everything depressurized? Okay, the airlocks are not depressurized, but then that's sort of part of the course, really. Forgot about the frame.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Right, so that looks in there. What is that? The reactor. Ooh, a class 1. Weird, okay. Right, so that's gonna pop out if I take these out, so let's do that now. Hang on, there we go. Pop that in there. Down you go.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage secured. Applying credit. Valuable object accepted for processing. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage registered. Transferring credits. deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage secured. Applying credit. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
Oxygen levels.
Well, you can't stockpile those. Right, you know. Okay, they have come apart. Good. Let's see if I can detach that off. Excellent. Okay, so that's half the ship pretty much done.
Other supplies are low.
Ah, bollocks, did I not have forgot to buy any.
Valuable object
Right.
processed. Credits awarded. Material deposited. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Alright, so this becomes easy. Just point that at the bottom, and it just pulls itself off. Or does it? Go.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Big chunk. Come on, baby.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Oh, hold on. What's happening here? Why is this? Why is this on fire again? Oh, hang on. Let's get this off the fuel line. That's not good. Right. Right. Get the flaming stuff away.
Raw material
This
processed.
should be the only thing left that's on fire. It's down this end. Oh no. Once again. Gets it away from the fuel lines.
Cutter, we got 5 minutes left till we call it
Yep,
a day.
bigger things, bigger fish to fry. What's his face? Bag of dicks. Weaver, that's the one. Something like that.
Raw material deposited. Transferring.
Crap. That's not another reactor in there, is it? Oh no. Uh-oh. That might not be good. Get the computer out.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Some sort of computer. Oh well. Oop, balls. Saw the flaming stuff gone then. That's good, and relax.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are dropping.
Aha, that's what it is.
Processing valuable
It's a
deposit.
flush switch that needs to be actually physically touched.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Oop, hang on. I'm about to suffocate. Right,
Oxygen
just
levels
spared
stabilizing.
at the death, as it were.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
This is your 1-minute warning, Cutter. Bring it home. Cutter, you're out of tethers. Get yourself over to the kiosk to buy some more.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credits. Object processed. Transferring credits.
Right, 20 seconds to go. What can I do in 20 seconds? Not much. Fuel tank behind there. Right, that will do it.
Good morning, shipbreaker. Please
Right.
enjoy the following inspirational message. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you will be successful.
Okay, I got motor capacity upgrades. Nothing else I can afford at this stage, is there? No, that's alright, that's the one I wanted. Right, that's going to do it for me. So, 24 hours, assuming I've done my maths correctly or ChatGPT's done it for me, 24 hours is in the books. So, my thanks to everyone who has participated in that 24-hour period across, I think it's about 2.5 weeks, if memory serves. I appreciate your time. In the world we live in now, you can spend your time with literally any media that's ever been created or is being created. So if you've chosen to spend it with me, even for 5 minutes, I am exceedingly grateful. Next stream is going to be Skyrim. So it remains for me to say thank you very much for your attention this evening, and good night.